Hello students, today my topic is Zener diode. Okay, so before dealing with the Zener diode, why we need what is the need of Zener diode? What is the importance of Zener diode? Or why we construct a Zener diode? We have to give the answer of these questions. So as you know that a conventional diode, or we can say that the conventional PN junction diode is only flow the current in a forward biasing condition. If we want a current in a, or we want a conduction in the reverse biasing condition, in that through the PN junction diode, it is not possible, because when we are reverse bias that diode, after the breakdowns voltage, the conventional diodes, after a high voltage, we can say that the breakdowns is occur. A breakdown occurs on that high voltage, and due to that a large amount of the current is flowing through the junction, and in such a condition diode will be a permanently damaged. So that in reverse bias condition, the conventional diode is not able to work properly. That's why we need a diode which work in a reverse situations. Therefore we a Zener diode. Now, what is this Zener diode? Zener diode is a highly doped PN junction diode, and it is designed to work in a reverse bias. But in forward bias, it work as a PN junction diode only. Okay. Now, what happened when we doing the highly doping? What is the effects of high doping? So when we are doing the high doping, the depletion layer is becomes very thin. How this depletion, why this width of the depletion layer is narrow, or why it becomes narrow? So, oh, because of that, when we are doing the high doping, the concentration of charge carrier in um, end site of a N type of a type of a semiconductor, and P type of a semiconductor. The concentration of charge carrier, in the P type of semiconductor, the concentration of charge carrier of holes, and N type of semiconductor, concentration of charge carrier of electron on is increases due to the how doping. That's why the movement of majority carriers occurs very fastly, and after that the movement of magnetic carriers is also stop very also started very fastly, and it's neutralized the forward bias, forward right, it neutralized the current flow by the majority carriers very quickly. That's why the depletion layer width is not increases. It is not increases. Width is very narrow, or we can say that the depletion layer is very thin due to this process. Okay. When what other conditions for the Zener diode? This diode permits the current to flow in the forward direction like a normal diode, but also in the reverse direction, as we need the conduction in the both direction, because in the normal diode only the forward bias current is flow, reverse bias current doesn't flow, because at a high voltage the breakdowns occur. But in the Zener diode, it permits to flow the current in a forward direction as well as in the reverse direction. So if the voltage is very then the rate breakdown voltage, the voltage at which the reverse current is very high, that voltage is known as a breakdown voltage. A diode exhibit almost the same property of the normal diode, except the device is specially designed so as to have a greatly reduced breakdown voltage, the the so-called Zener voltage. Okay, so these are the some things regarding related to the Zener diode. Means that the Zener diode, a voltage at which the large amount of the current is produced in reverse biasing, that voltage is known as a Zener voltage or a breakdown voltage. Okay, the concluding remark of these two sentences. What is the symbol of Zener diode? As you know that simple diode, in here in that place, the single diode having only a straight line, but in the Zener diode we are using the mark of S type. Okay, so this is the negative terminal of negative terminal of diode, and this one is the positive terminal of the diode. Now we are discussing about the construction of Zener diode. So construction of, when we are talking about the construction of the Zener diode, there are number of various methods by which we can manufacture the Zener diode. So the some methods are diffuse structure, diffuse matter, positive structure, alloy diffuse structure. So here we have discussed only one method, and that method is the diffuse structure method. So in this diffuse structure method, that what we are doing, we diffuse the substrate of p type of a semiconductor uh, by the n type of a semiconductor, and after that we spread a layer of SiO2, and then we are using two metallic contact towards n side also and towards the p side also. Both side we have used a metallic contact. This metallic contact is only present here for the ohmic contact only. Okay, and this SiO2 layer is what is of this SiO2 layer. This SiO2 layer is just prevent the diffuse structure. Okay. Now in general, alloy diffuse structure gives the better performance at a lower Zener voltage, means at a lower breakdown voltage. On the contradictory, positive and positive and diffuse structure give better performance at a higher voltage. Okay. Eh, biasing, we are talking about the now working, or we can talking about the biasing of Zener diode. So in forward situation, Zener diode work as a simple PN junction diode. So when we are applying a forward bias current, depletion layer becomes shrink, and its width is slightly its width is starts shrinking slightly, and that's why the crossing of majority carriers are able the majority carriers are able to cross the depletion there. That's why the forward current is increases. What happens when the reverse bias is applied? So because Zener is especially designed to work in a reverse bias condition at a particular voltage, uh, uh, in a reverse bias condition. So what happened at a particular voltage, the reverse current is sharply increased. It means that it is a growing, or it is increasing very sharply at a particular voltage. Or we can say that in the reverse situation, the current is conducted, yeah, diode is conducted the current. Then so this situation, or we can say that the voltage at which the current is sharply increased, that voltage is known as a breakdown voltage. And this region where the current is sharply, or within this region the current is suddenly increased, that region is known as a Zener region, and this situation is known as a Zener breakdown. Okay. uh, in PN junction diode at very high voltage, the also the breakdowns is occurs, and such type of a breakdown is known as a avalanche breakdown. Avalanche breakdown also occurs in the Zener diode, but it is at very high voltage. At very high voltage means that the voltage which is higher than the PN junction diode avalanche voltage. Yes. So both type of breakdowns is occur in a Zener diode, avalanche breakdown as well as Zener breakdown. Now when this avalanche breakdown occur in a diode, the avalanche breakdown occur when the high reverse voltage apply across the diode. As we increase applying the reverse voltage, electric field across the junction is increases, and the electric field exert a force on an electron at a junction and free them from the covalent bond, and this free electron start moving in with the velocity across the junction and collide with the other atom, and thus creating the more free electron. And once this electron occurs, the diode is said to be a burn off. It means that when the depletion, we know that at the depletion layer, the number of the electrons and holes are coincide with each other, and they form a neutral. The depletion layer is basically a neutralized layer. So when we are applying a very high voltage as in a reverse situation, what happen? This bonds, this covalent bonds are breakdowns, and electron gain the high energy due to the applied voltage, and this high energetic electron moving inside the depletion and produce more and more electron by breaking the covalent bond. And in this way, the number of electrons or number of electron or hole pair generated over the depletion layer, and in such a condition a large amount of the current is flowing through the junction. And in this current, because due to this large current, the temperature is increases, and this generates the condition to burning of the diode. So avalanche breakdown occurs at very high voltage, or we can say that for avalanche breakdown is occur at very low voltage in a PN junction diode. Because of that, because in the PN junction diode, the width of the depletion layer is very big, or we can say that it's very thick in the PN junction diode. So it is easy to break down the covalent bond at very low temperature, at a very low voltage. But in the case of Zener diode, it is not possible at very low very low voltage. Why it's happen, and why Zener breakdowns occurs before the avalanche breakdowns? What is the reason of that? So now I am going to explain the breakdown. So Zener, this is known as a quantum explanation. This explanation is also known as a quantum explanation of Zener breakdown. So in a Zener breakdown, what happens? So when Zener breakdowns occurs, at that time the electron move across the barrier from the valence band of p type of a conduction to the balance to the conduction band of n type of a semiconductor. Sir, what happened then? You are not understanding this thing by this graph. We are explain. I am going to explain it by this band gap graph. So when we are applying a reverse voltage, you know that the distance between the conduction band of p type and n is increases. It increases, and by which energy, by the EVR, mean apply energy. So in such a condition, the movements of majority carriers are stopped. Only the minority carrier is easily move from the p side to n side. In such a situation, I am talking about the electron, but if we are talking about the hole, then holes are moving from the n to p. So minority carriers are hole in the n side, and minority carriers are electrons are the minority carrier in p side. So in when we are applying a reverse current, what happen? And the p sides electrons are able to move in a n side, and n side of a holes are able to move in a p side. So what happen? When the electron are coming from the p side to n side, the energy levels of n side conduction band is going to be a fill. So that this energy level, the conduction band energy level of n side is going to fill. That's why it is rising in upside. And similarly, because holes are coming from the n to p, and as we know that the energy of holes are increasing downwards, so what happen? These energy levels of valence band is going to be filled at downside. So the energy levels of electrons, or we can say that the n side conduction bands energy levels are going to be a increase at upside, and this energy level of valence band of p side is going to be a increase at downside. So at a certain voltage, these two energy levels, the p side of a valence band and the n side of a conduction band, are coincide with each other. So this time what happened? We have applied a negative voltage at p side and positive voltage at n side. This negative voltage force the electron to move towards the n side. So when the conduction, when the covalent bonds are breaking here, the electron getting the some empty spaces in the n side, and they are getting a force. This positive force are all attracting the electrons towards the n side also, and this negative force is forcing the electron to go side, to give a force, or we can say that they forcing them to go which side, at n side. So instead of jumping the electron from valence band to the conduction band, and the electrons are penetrate the depletion layer and going through which side, n side, and in this way the reverse current is increases, because the covalent bonds are breaked and electron are getting the force to go from p to n, and depletion layer is very thin. That's why electron, instead of jumping from valence band to conduction band, the p type of electrons are penetrate easily this depletion layer, and they come where, in the conduction band, and in this way the large amount of the electrons is accumulated in the conduction band, and a large reverse voltage is generated. And in this situation, the chances of burning the depletion layer is very less, so that there is no effect on the depletion layer, so that without burning the depletion layer, without disturbing the depletion layer, a large amount of the current is flow in the reverse situation. And this explanation, this whole explanation is known as a quantum explanation of Zener breakdown. Okay, so today I have finished up to here only. My next class we will discuss about the characteristic curves of the Zener diode, as well as the Zener diode as a voltage regulator. Thank you, students.